Hello everybody, my name is Hans. I'm from the ARTITLED Contemporary Gallery from the Netherlands. Very happy to be here for our first time at Photo Basel. Our gallery is based in a very small village in the Netherlands because we mainly are active on art fairs. We participate in about 12 to 14 art fairs every year. We are specialized in photography. And one of our main artists we represent for Europe and the United Kingdom is Australian artist Tom Blatchford, who we are presenting here at Photo Basel in a solo exhibition. Tom is a very young Australian artist, 34 years old. He's completely self-taught, very much interested and specialized in architecture, interior, exterior. Personally very much interested in American architecture from the 50s and 60s, the so-called mid-century modern architecture. And all works here on our stand are from the series Midnight Modern with that subject. So one of the pictures we have here, Tom was invited 7 years ago by somebody living in Palm Springs to come to photograph his house, exterior, interior. One of the nights he was there was the full moonlight, and Tom saw what it did with the already nostalgic atmosphere of Palm Springs. So he decided to start a series on this. In the last 6 years he's been to Palm Springs 8-9 times, always 3 to 4 months, because you never know when you have the perfect full moon. When the full moon is there, Tom walks around in the gated community with his camera and his tripod. All these pictures are taken under only the natural light of the full moon. So the artist does not use any artificial lighting. On most of the images you see some garden lighting, sometimes the car lights are on, but for the rest it's all purely the natural light of the full moon. The houses are all mid-century modern architectural houses from the 50s and the 60s by American architects, combined with the cars of the homeowners. Most people who live in Palm Springs have kind of the matching cars in the same period, 50s, 60s, 70s. They normally drive an electrical car on a daily basis and have the matching cars hidden in the garage. When Tom found that out, he asked them all to put the electrical car in the garage and take the matching cars outside to match the architectural houses. He uses a very long exposure time because that adds to the very nostalgic cinematic atmosphere for the images, sometimes up to 8 minutes. That's why you can see here on the image the stars are moving, the trees are blurred because of the wind. As said, Tom is completely self-taught, so he uses little tricks how we can still leave the lights of the cars on during a long exposure time. Most of these cars are not used on a daily basis. Some of the cars have a very funny license plate, as this one, it says no vinyl, because the owner of the house and the cars, he made his fortune with vinyl records, and when he stopped doing that, he put the license plate no vinyl, so no more vinyl. There is one very special picture presented on our stand, which is the large image here. This is the Kaufman Desert House, and this is the most important mid-century modern house in Palm Springs. It was designed and built by Richard Neutra in 1946-1947. This is a very famous house also because in 1970, I can show you the picture, the famous photographer Slim Aarons made this series. And this is the exact same position that Tom Blatchford used for his image. Slim Aarons is his big role model, so he really wanted to do the same picture, and he did the exact same pictures exactly 50 years after Slim Aarons did that work. Another nice detail to present is also at the Kaufman Desert House picture. This is the famous tramway station of Palm Springs, and normally under normal circumstances this is only a very simple light, but because of the longer exposure it becomes more bright. All works are framed behind museum glass in a very special custom-made walnut framing, which was selected by Tom to really match the atmosphere of Palm Springs.